The opening line of the gospel text today says that Jesus said to his disciples. And unfortunately, as Catholics, I think that when we hear that Jesus said to his disciples, we are thinking of some other people besides me and you. You know, his disciples were this group of people. There were quite a few of them by the time of the crucifixion. But that a disciple of Jesus is a historical figure that since the 2,000 years, since Jesus, we've kind of fallen away from this idea of being a disciple of a master. As a matter of fact, we don't even like any of those words. So what's the problem? And that's the challenge. This year in Lent, here at St. Albert the Great, I've put out the call, and we as the pastoral leaders have put out the call to come, follow me. And the subtext says, answering the call of discipleship. Well, it seems to me, if we don't know ourselves as disciples, and we don't hear our Jesus talking to us, it's like that old movie, the children's movie, the genie says, "Are you talking to me? Who you think you are?" Yeah, if we don't know ourselves as disciples and hear Jesus addressing the disciples as him addressing me and you, well, there's no wonder that we maybe haven't answered the call to discipleship. It seems to me that we in the Catholic Church, at least I am, confess, I'm more comfortable thinking of myself as maybe a child of God. I think we've got that pretty good, out of baptism and all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, I think we prefer to think of ourselves as members of the church, even members of Christ's body. That fits into our sacramental understanding of who Jesus is, what is the church, and who are we as baptized members of the faithful. I'm a member of the church, I'm a child of God, I'm a member of the body of Christ. We hear that all the time. Not so much discipleship. Not so much discipleship. And of course, that is what we are called to be. And so the principal operation of a disciple, not even Jesus' disciple, but historically, the traditional role of the disciple is to seat yourself at the feet of the master and not only learn from him, and fall in love with him, be obsessed, if you will, with him, and imitate him. So when Jesus says to his disciples, me and you, all right, when you give alms, when you're fasting, and when you're praying, do it like I do. So just don't learn from me, follow me. So what it means to follow as a disciple, it seems to me, and of course this understanding is growing in my own life, right? Is to allow my life to be reshaped, not just my mind. Christianity, sisters and brothers, is not a catechism book of proposals. It is also not a rule book for the obedient. It is both of those things. But it is first and fundamentally a relationship with Jesus Christ, who is on a journey. And he has invited us into this exclusive club. I know you realize that there's billions of disciples of Jesus in the world today, and there have been billions of them over the 2,000-year history. But nonetheless, it is an exclusive offer that could be the opportunity of your lifetime, if we would but see it that way. So if you're thinking this Lent, oh, here we go again. I'm pull out my old Lenten prayer book, my Lenten fasts, my Lenten prayers, etc., my Lenten routine, stock up on the fish, whatever you're doing, that you've always done, I'm saying, okay, don't give any of that stuff up because it's all good, valuable stuff. But prepare yourselves for a new thing. This is an acceptable time, the second reading said this. And that time is to allow my life and the course of my life and the goals for my life to be changed in a way they never have been before. I don't know if anybody has ever said to you at your first communion, at your confirmation, at your thing, is that welcome to this discipleship circle of the greatest master in the history of the human family. And he wants you to draw close to him and be changed. Not to be the same way you were last Lent. So let's hear the call to each of us as a disciple of Jesus. Lord, you want me to be part of your gang? I don't know when the last time somebody that you really admired said to you, well, maybe you spouses know, right? You want me to spend the rest of my life with you? That was an awesome opening in your life. It changed you. It thrilled you. It empowered you to become something new. Sisters and brothers, that's what our discipleship is about today. So come, follow me is the invitation to be different as we've never been before.